Hello grade 10. So this will be the second video on our topic measures of position of ungrouped data. So last video, yung una kong ginawang video, tinuruan ko kayo or inintroduce sa inyo yung first method to use in finding the quartile value using the Mendenhall and Sankich method. That's the first method that we used. Meron pang isang method na pwede natin gamitin, and this will be all about this video, no? So, ang pangalawang method on finding the quartile value is the linear interpolation method. So, sabi dito, linear interpolation is another method in finding the quantiles value if the position is a decimal number. So, before, nung unang lesson natin, yung first video natin, kapag may decimal number, it's either nira-round up or nira-round down lang natin. In this lesson, tuturuan ko kayo kung paano gamitin yung interpolation method kapag merong decimal yung position na hinanap natin. So in short, the first method versus this method, mas detailed or mas precise yung method na to kapag ginamit natin siya in finding the quartile value. Okay? So, sabi dito, the steps for linear interpolation is first, arrange the data in ascending order. As you can notice, laging yun ang first step natin, no? Kailangan ng data natin is from lowest to highest. Number 2 is to compute for the quantiles position. So, same process pa rin ang ginawa natin. Pero sabi dito, if the position is a decimal number, proceed to linear interpolation. So, kapag whole number or buo yung position, wala tayong kailangan gawing linear interpolation. Pero kapag may decimal number si position, tsaka lang natin gagamitin si linear interpolation. So, we will start with the step number 3. Subtract the lower value, we call it LV, from the higher value, which is HV. Multiply the result by the decimal part or DP obtained in the position and add the results in step 4 to the lower value. So this will make sense in an example. So pwedeng mag-proceed na tayo kay example so that alam natin kung paano siya i-apply. So I want you guys to take note of our formula. QK value, so it's either quartile 1, quartile 2, or quartile 3 depending on what value we will find in our Mendenhall method, no? LV is lower value plus, so syempre you have to simplify first this on parenthesis, no? Higher value minus lower value. After that, we will multiply this or yung answer nito in our decimal part. And then after that, we will add now the lower value. Yun yung magiging value natin ng quartile, no? So let's start with our first example using linear interpolation method. Sabi dito, the mathematics activity scores of random grade 10 students are 12, 7, 8, 9, 14, 15, 11, and 13. Let's find the first and the third quartile. So, ganun pa rin, no? Q1 and Q3 pa rin ang hinahanap natin. And sabi dito, we need to arrange the data in ascending order. So, kapag in-arrange mo yan, this will be your data now. 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Next is, same process pa rin naman to nung unang method na ginawa natin. Identify K and N. Paano malalaman ulit si K? If we're looking for quartile 1, the value of K is equal to 1. Kung quartile 2, K is equal to 2. Kung quartile 3, K is equal to 3. So, yun lang naman yun. And N is always the total number of data na meron tayo. So, pag in-identify natin yan, K is equal to 1 and N is equal to 8. Next is we need to use the formula for quartile position. That is QK is equal to K over 4 times N plus 1. So, you need to substitute the value of 1 and 8. So, K becomes 1, 8 becomes, or N becomes 8. So, 1/4 multiplied by 8 plus 1. So, 8 plus 1 naging 9. And then we multiply it by 1/4. 1/4 times 9 is equal to 2.25. Ito yung sinasabi natin na si 2.25 ni quartile 1 value or ni quartile 1 position ay may decimal na 0.25, no? So, anong gagawin daw natin to remove 0.25? Kasi pag nilagay natin yan, place natin sa value, 2.25, second position, it's between the second position and the third position. Kasi 2 point something, no? So, 7 is the first position, 8 is the second position, 9 is the third position. So, 2.25 now is in between 8 and 9. So, to be more precise about the Q1 value, we need to use linear interpolation. So, paano daw natin gagamitin yon? Ganito lang siya. The value is in between the second and third position. We already know that, between 8 and 9. So, the formula to use is to Ito lang siya. Lower value is 8, higher value is 9. Sa nagaling sa 8 and 9, ayun siya. Second position, third position, 8 and 9. So, ang kailangan daw natin gawin is to subtract the two numbers, no, 8 and 9. So, 9 minus 8 is 1. Ibig sabihin, meron silang pagitan na isa. 9 minus 8 is equal to 1. No? So, ang process na yan, we subtracted the higher value and the lower value. So, anong gagawin natin kay 1? Ang gagawin daw natin kay 1 or yung difference nilang dalawa is to multiply it by the decimal part. Sir, saan natin makukuha si decimal part? Andoon siya kay 2.25. Since ang decimal natin is 0.25, kukunin natin siya as 0.25. Sir, bakit naging 0? 2.25 yon. We are only getting the decimal value. So, if you get 2.25 as a whole, hindi lang decimal lang kinuha mo kasi kinuha mo rin yung whole number na 2. So, hindi pwedeng 2.25. Ang kukunin lang natin is the decimal value. That's 0.25. No? So, that's 1 multiplied by 0.25. The answer will be 0.25. If you encode that in any number multiplied by 1 is the number itself. Kaya 0.25 pa rin siya. Not all the time, 9 minus 8 is equal to 1 dito sa problem natin. Pero not all the time, it's 1. Pag ito, kunwari, ay 9 minus 7, syempre 2 na yan. 2 times 0.25, mag-iiba na yung sagot mo doon. So, the key here is to stick with the formula. Kung ano si formula, yun lang lagi ang susundin natin. Okay? So, 0.25 na ang nakuha nating sagot. The last step is to add the product of the decimal part and the smaller value. 8 sa nanggaling, that's the smaller value. Kukunin mo si 8. You add it by the result of the previous step, 0.25. So, 8 plus 0.25 is equal to 8.25. Therefore, quartile 1 value is 8.25. No? That is our final answer. Ngayon, si 8 at saka si 9, yung method na una-una natin sa first video ko, pwedeng 8 and 9 ang mapili natin. Depende kung quartile 1 or 3 ang hinahanap. Diba? Pag nasa pagitan, katulad ito, 8 and 9, pagitan yung quartile 1 position natin, pumipili lang tayo, no? Depende sa rule. Pero dito, sa linear interpolation, it will give us a more precise value for quartiles. So, kagaya nito, quartile 1 value is equal to 8.25. Do not copy 25 lang sa sagot, ha? Hindi porket 8.25 ang nakuha nating sagot, i-generalize na natin na 2.25 o matik yan 8.25. No, it depends on the difference, kagaya ng sabi ko dito, no? So we have to stick with the formula. Paano ang formula na ginamit natin? Ito lang ulit siya pag sinimplify natin, no? Quartile k value yung hinahanap natin is equal to the lower value plus the decimal part multiplied by the difference of higher value minus the lower value. So, yan lang din yun, no? Naka-enumerate lang, kaya ganyan ang naging itsura ng ating solution. So, try natin siya in another example. Kasi quartile 1 pa lang ang hinahanap natin doon. May isa pa, quartile 3, kasi yun ang sabi sa problem, di ba? Balikan natin si problem. You need to find the first quartile, nakuha na natin siya, again, that's 8.25, and the third quartile. So, dun tayo kay third quartile ngayon. Find the third quartile or Q3. Okay? Nakalabas na dyan agad yung solution natin, kasi same lang naman as yung previous video natin, no? K is equal to 3 kasi third quartile, N is equal to 8 because 8 ang data natin. Kapag nilagay mo lahat yan, yung K and N natin sa formula, K over 4 will become 3 over 4, and N plus 1 will become 8 plus 1. Sorry, bumaba tong isa, no? So, 8 plus 1 pa rin yan. 8 plus 1 is equal to 9. 3 over 4 times 9 is 6.75. That's the position. So, pag binalikan mo si position, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pagitan siya ni 6 at ni 7th position. So, pagitan ni 13 at ni 14. No? That's quartile 3. 6.75. Ngayon, 6.75 siya, we need to use linear interpolation. So, paano gagawin ulit natin sa linear interpolation? Ganito lang. Lower value is 13, higher value is 14. Ito yun, 13 and 14. So, identify nyo lang ulit si 13 and 14. So, next step is to subtract higher value and lower value. So, 14 minus 13 is equal to 1. So, 1 pa rin, no? Mas madali-dali ito kasi 1 pa rin ang ating difference. After subtracting, we have to multiply 1 by the decimal part. 66.75 to, we need to get 0.75. Imumultiply natin siya ngayon sa result. 1 times 0.75 is equal to 0.75 pa rin, no? Again, any number multiplied by 1 is equal to the number itself. So, 0.75 tayo dyan. After that, we simply have to add. You get the lower value, 13. Diba? 13 and 14 ang option mo. You get the lower value, that's 13. Plus, yung result mo sa previous step. So, 0.75. So, 13 plus 0.75 is equal to 13.75. Therefore, the value of quartile 3 is equal to 13.75. No? So, again, mga anak, ganun lang naman ang steps natin. So, para to generalize this lesson, no, meron tayong dalawang method again to use, no? Hanapin ko lang. In using the measures of position. First method na ginawa natin is using the Mendenhall and Seinkich method. That's the first method. Ang second method natin is linear interpolation. Now, si linear interpolation, ginagamit lang natin siya para, kapag merong decimal ang position na nahanap natin. Kagaya nito. Saan na yun? Kagaya nito. 2.25. Again, na-discuss ko na to, no? Binalikan ko lang yung slide. 2.25. Merong decimal yung position. 0.25. So, we need to use linear interpolation to give us a more precise value for the quartile. No? So, yun lang naman, guys, for this lesson of measures of position. Again, this is just only about quartiles, no? If we will go back with our original timeline or subtopics of measures of position, meron tayong tatlo, no? Na-discuss ko na si quartile. Ang kasunod natin dyan is the decile, which is the data is divided into 10, and next one is percentiles. The data is divided into 100 equal parts. So that's all for this video. Be posted sa mga next kong i-upload at isa-send activities. Good luck and ingat sa tag-init. Yun lang, guys. Bye!